I'm going to share my screen. Hello, everybody. It's Christine Till. I call myself the Marketing Mentress online, and this is the LinkedIn Legacy Builder Program. And I am the only one here in the room today, so I'm just going to go ahead and record what I was going to be teaching if everybody was here in class. So the homework from last week, if you remember, is that I assigned everybody to go into their profile and go into check your settings and privacy. So you click on the little me button up here, click on the little me button, and then you go into privacy and settings. See down here below account, and then work through each of these titles on the left. So you click on account preferences and then work through these to make sure every one of them is set up the way that you want them set up, right? So I've got my dark mode turned off. I'm not a dark mode person. And if you are, you can turn it on. It's up to you. And just work through all of these different categories in your privacy and settings to make sure everything is set up, because this is where you set up how you control how many emails you get from people that you're connected to on LinkedIn, right? And then go into the next one where it's sign in and security. You actually can manage your entire LinkedIn profile from this section in your settings section. So make sure that you've gone through and got everything all set up all the way through. Go to each one of these topics and then click on each one of these other ones in the middle of the page to make sure that you've got everything set up the way you want it. And your data privacy and your advertising data, everything, your notifications. Make sure that you've gone through all of these different settings so that you have everything set up properly on your LinkedIn profile. I run into so many people who have challenges with their this isn't happening or that isn't happening on their LinkedIn profile, and it's usually because they've missed a setting in setting it up. And here's just an FYI. There will be some people that you reach out to connect to that you cannot invite to connect with you because either one of two things. You've invited them to connect with you within 3 weeks beforehand, because once you invite somebody to connect with you, then you have to wait 3 weeks for them to respond. And if they don't respond within 3 weeks, then you can send another invite to connect. But if you try to send an invite to connect before that 3 weeks has expired, you will not be able to invite them to connect. LinkedIn will not send them another invitation. So I hope that that is clear. So I'm going to go into what we're going to talk about today. So I was going to talk about the LinkedIn secrets of the groups. So here's the thing. Most people don't even know that there are groups on LinkedIn. Did you know that there are groups on LinkedIn? Yeah. So I'm just going to go into a different section now. This little arrow in the top left corner is your best friend. And you can go back to the previous pages but through this little section. Thank you. And so once you get into each of these different sections, it's going to go right back to where your profile page is. So anytime you want to check out your profile page or get back to your profile page, hit that back arrow if you don't see any of these icons across the top, and then find this little me person. And if you click on the me person, then you'll get this drop-down menu, and you can choose what section of your profile you want to go to. So right now, I just want to view profile because I want to have access to these 9 dots. See these 9 dots here? I call them the LinkedIn crosshatch. So you click on these 9 dots and you want to find out what groups there are available for you. So you click on groups, the 3 little blue men there. Now I'm only in about 20 to 25 groups, if that. I haven't counted them all really. You can be in as many as 100 groups, but I've tried that and it's too hard to manage all those groups. I find if you have 20 to 25 groups. That's about as much as a person can handle. So go, if you're not in any groups, scroll down all the way to the bottom of the page, and you see where this search other trusted communities that share and support your goals. You click on this little search button, and now you want to search the groups. So groups will show up here, but you want to specialize in the kind of groups that you're looking for. If you're part of uh, an online digital marketing business or program that you're trying to share with other people and you want to help other people and build a business online, I would suggest that you reach out to connect with people that are sort of familiar with similar kinds of programs. This is not the program that I'm promoting is not a network marketing program or an MLM program. But if you've got a program, if you're involved in network marketing or MLM, that would be one of the things that you want to look for. So you want to look for businesses that are network marketing businesses or MLM. That's what I did when I first got laid off my last job when I was 61. I don't have tech, guys. And I've realized that all the people I've been working with for the last 14 years don't have tech. And we're all over 50. Most of us are over 60. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do something online? Because as we get older or as we age, our physical bodies don't want to do the kinds of work that we used to do, right? Let alone get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and fight rush hour traffic to go to a job every day. So we want to find something that we can do from home. And there's nothing better than being able to have a computer, a smartphone, access to the internet, and be teachable. That's the big thing that I find with all of my customers or my friends that are over 50 is being teachable, telling your mind that you can learn stuff, right? And that's what I've been doing over the years is just working on opening up my mind and be more inquisitive and want to learn more and understand more. So I've been working for the 14 years, guys, learning digital marketing. And I started with network marketing. And at one point I was in 26 different network marketing opportunities. Can you imagine? Oh, I felt like I was literally being nibbled to death by a duck with all the monthly fees and the auto ships. And I wasn't making any money, so I got out of most all of them. I'm in maybe 3 or 4 now, but I use the products. That's why I'm in them still, because I like the products. So here we are, out of work, trying to figure out how we're going to build an income for ourselves. So the best place to go to find your perfect customer, because how can you market anything online if you don't know who your perfect customer is? So my perfect customer is someone just like me. That's what attracted me to the legacy program is the fact that they had training, things were done for me. I just had to copy and paste, and and everybody understood that you can learn stuff, right? Most everybody on there, if you go to one of the any kind of a networking Zoom meeting online today, you look at the faces of everybody on there. Yeah, most of them are over 60, guys, or they're at least over 50. Yeah. And why is that? Why are they online looking to build a business? It's because they don't have savings and they are having a dickens of a time getting a job, or their aging body won't let them do that same work anymore. And it's really hard to keep up that work and be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. As you age, you can't tend to want to sleep a little bit later in the day. So let's get to work here. So here we are looking for groups. So let's type in, so you can do small business groups as well. Whoops, got too many S's in there. So I'll just click on small business groups and we'll do a little bit of a search and click on groups again. So there's 17,000 results for small business. Guys, this is amazing. And I also suggest that you pick groups or choose groups that have 3,000 or more members, because what you're looking for when you're joining these groups is you're looking for sources of possible customers. So you're looking for basically inventory, right? So this group has 339,000 members. I'm in this group myself. This one has over 1 million members. This one has 2,000, so you probably don't want to join this one. This one has 90,000, 124,000, 12,000, 14,000. Look at all these small business groups that are potentials for you to join. And another reason why you want to have groups that have more members in them is it's not just because you want inventory, but it's also so that they don't notice you when you leave the group, because you only stay in the group long enough to use or go through the inventory and do searches in those groups. So it's up to you. You join whichever groups you want. You click this little join button and then join the group, right? And so I just clicked on join here, and it's going to be pending, and we'll see when they get around to it. That's another thing about LinkedIn. It's a little bit slower response time when you're messaging people. So sometimes people don't get back to you for a couple of weeks at least to give you to accept your request to join, right? So we'll just give that some time. So the other thing that you can do in your groups is I'm going to hit this back arrow here and click on groups. And I got to go into my groups here. I'm going to click on the crosshatch and then these little blue men. There we are. There's my group. So I'm in this one. It has 22,242 members. So when you start searching the groups, you want to search the groups for people that would be your ideal customers, right? So click this little button at the bottom here where it says Show All. Click on Show All because that'll bring up all the members of the group. And once you get in there, there's this little search box at the top, and you start doing a search. AA. See how the search changed in here? And you only want to check the ones that have second or third level connection from you. If it's a first connection, that means that you are connected to them directly already. But you want to look for the second and third level. And this is part of a daily process that we need to be doing on a regular basis. We have this process where we invite at least 5 to 10 people a day to connect with us every day. And there are 3 different ways that we can do that. And I've shown it to you on other recordings. So you should have that information at your fingertips. So here's Aaron Frost. So you can right click on their name and you open the link in a new tab. And that way you can search their profile without them knowing that you've searched their profile. The reason you want to do that is because you don't want a whole bunch of people messaging you back trying to connect with you if you decide that they're not a perfect customer for you, right? Well, this person is in Primerica, which is a network marketing opportunity. And his headline is Do It For You, Do It For Your Family, Work From Home. And so he's in the United States. So this would be a person that I would like to reach out to because he might be open to checking out what I've got to offer with the legacy program. So this says that he's got his creator turned on, I think, because this says fellow here, the creator search. So I'm just going to click and follow. Okay. There's this little more button that you can go down and request to connect. But I'm just going to reach out for and click the follow button for right now. We'll see what happens with this. If he reaches back to me, then I will ask him to connect. You have to keep testing and experimenting all the time when you're working with LinkedIn. So we'll leave that one. I'll hit the back arrow and got to put AA in there again. There we go. Here's Arti Sharma. She's a second level connection. So I'm going to open link in new tab. And she's a national head sales and marketing in India. Um, the people in India, their banking system isn't very good to work with. It's really a big challenge. So I'm not going to work with or reach out to her. Nothing to do with her, just because I don't want to cause more problems for them. If they want to join what I've got, they'll have challenges with the difference in the banking systems. So here we have Aaron Jordan. We're going to right click on him. And it takes a few minutes to do this, but once you get used to doing this, he's in Rochester, Michigan. So he's in the US, which is really good. Our banking systems I'm in Canada. So between Canada and the US, the banking systems seem to work really well. And there are places in different countries around the world where they have different banking systems, but they do have a way that we can work together and do business together. So he's in Rochester, Michigan, highly effective multi-unit manager. Let's learn a little bit more about him. Accomplished executive leader with 20 plus years of multifaceted experience in leading direct and cross-functional teams, skilled in influencing decisions. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a good prospect for me. So I'm just going to leave that for now. And we're going to go search it again. And we're going to go to AA. And now I am not on a paid platform, guys. I'm on a free platform because I want you to see what you see on here is what you will see on your own computer if you're on a free platform. So this one is another Marta Arton, test-based health, not guest-based. Well, let's just double check this one because she might be somebody who's open. Like, for instance, I was in 26 different network marketing opportunities. A lot of these people are 50 plus, and they're trying out all different kinds of network marketing opportunities before they ever find what I found with the Legacy Builder program. So she's in Norway. So Norway's pretty good to work with the banking systems there. So she's got the connect button available. We're both in the Power 4 MLM network marketing and just looking to see if she's got an about page. There's some skills. She's got a few endorsements in her skills. She's done very well. She's set everything up on her profile in English. That is stellar. Not everything. It looks like there's a few things that she's put in her mother tongue. This is what people need to know. They need to know and understand that English is the language of business worldwide. It's considered the business language worldwide. And so we need to make all of our profiles, our social media, and our websites, they need to be in English, guys. Yeah. I run into so many people who have been struggling to learn English, and I do have a module in my community where you can come and attend a free English class that I teach every Saturday morning at 10:30 Mountain Time. So if you're interested in English class, get back in touch with themarketingmentress.com. Yeah. So I'm not going to, um, I think I will send a request to connect. Send without a note. We'll send it without a note. See what happens. And I usually like to put a little bit of a note in there, but I like to mix it up as well so that I don't look like a bot because bots are not accepted on LinkedIn. LinkedIn frowns on bots big time. Okay, so that is her profile page. So let's scroll down a little bit further. We'll do one more. This one's a hedge fund, licensed trader. No, probably he's into crypto. I don't connect with people that are involved with crypto. Founder and CEO. This guy's in India. Let's see where this person's from. They don't have very much on their profile yet. Oh, they're in India as well. There's a lot of people in India here. Yeah, let's see. Here's an affiliate marketer. He's a third level connection. Awesome. He's from Nigeria. We have people from Nigeria that we can work with. So he's a digital marketing expert with a strong focus on affiliate marketing. So he's a crypto affiliate as well. I don't know if I want to get involved with that. He's got crypto. No crypto for this girl here. So I think you get my drift as we're going through these names here to find your perfect customer. Another thing to do is to always every day go in and check my network. You go into my network. Oh, there's somebody who's invited me to attend a workshop or a LinkedIn Live. But go work through all of these people that LinkedIn suggests. LinkedIn suggests that you connect with these people based on what they see in your profile. So this person is a CFO, effortless. You just look at the short headline that they've got. And I look for people that are in network marketing. I look for people that are open to work. See this here? Robert C. He's open to work. And that's you attach that on through creator mode. This is a personal trainer, business coach, branding, marketing leader. This person has an MBA, web designer, marketing and business, get healthy, elite team. So I'm not seeing some good connections here. Here's open to work digital marketer, but I sent Tia an invite to connect last week, so I have to wait a couple more weeks before I can invite her again. So this person's in crypto, so I'm not going to connect with them. Children's worlds, city counselor, registered massage therapist, passionate about helping. Let's connect with this one. Taylor, Michelle, Adriana. So you just work through this, go through it quickly every day. Set your timer so that you don't go over 15 minutes when you're inviting people to connect with you. That's right. And then you don't need to worry about it taking so much time. You just need to invite a few people every day, 5 to 10 people. I think I've got my 5 people already. Okay. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with that. So another way that you can invite people to connect with you is by going into your profile. Let's see. Go into your profile page. I'm going onto the Me button. Okay, I'm going to click on my network and I'm going to search for home-based or for people and hit enter. So then it opens up a whole new search bar. You see all these search buttons that are popping up? So click on people again. And start with the second and third level connections because you're already connected to them, so you don't need to connect to them again. And so you want to go into the second level connections And locations. So choose some locations. We'll just quickly choose United States, Canada, and the UK. But you can choose other countries as well. You can just type them into the search bar at the top here and click on Show Results. So LinkedIn will do a search for people in these countries and then current company. So what kind of company are you looking to connect with? And so you could say home-based business and click on Show Results. Well, look at all these home-based businesses here. Show results. We've got one that showed up. Lexington, Kentucky, owner of Goodies by Lexi. I'm going to click the connect button and I'm going to add a note. Oh, uh, they want me to join premium if I'm going to add a note. So I'm just going to go back. Whoops. And just click the connect button. Because if I want to send her a message, they want me to join the premium. And I've been on premium. You get a lot more, shall I say, add-ons for running your LinkedIn, but I don't have my paid anymore because I want you guys to be able to see what on your LinkedIn, what you see on my LinkedIn, right? And if it changes how your whole profile looks when you get on a paid platform. So it's up to you. If you want to get on a paid platform, you're fine. It's fine. You can go ahead and do that. But I've already sent her a connect request. So we'll see what happens with that. So the other thing that you want to do with the groups is you want to go into, let's go back into my groups again. So there are some groups here that are my own groups or that I'm working to build for somebody else, right? So this digital consumer marketing is one of my groups, and you can create your own group. So if you've been involved or are part of the Legacy Builders program, you understand about communities. And when you set up your community, you need to be in there every day communicating with your people and responding to posts that they put up and and sending out messages challenging your group on a regular basis. You need to do the same thing with the digital consumer marketing group. But the thing with LinkedIn is you only need to be posting once a week on the groups, okay? So I write an article once a week and post it, and I'm going to do that next. I'm going to write an article and publish it on LinkedIn so that you can see all the different steps that I go through in doing that. So if you are going to do an article, you go into the home page, click on the home page, and you see here you get it. You can choose either you're going to set up a post or you're going to upload a video or a photo, or you're going to write an article. So I click on write an article, and you need to have a picture that you can upload from your computer. So my article is going to be, so I'm going to go to Canva and open up my Canva store. And I found that the YouTube thumbnails are perfect to use on LinkedIn for posts and for articles. They work just like a charm. They're awesome. So let's see here. Let's go with this one. We're going to customize this template. And I'm going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Oh, I already did it. Oh, that's my newsletter. Okay. I'm going to rewrite as a LinkedIn article with uh, call to action and hashtag. Okay. Now I've already trained ChatGPT to write like me because I've been using it for a while. I'm also on the basic page platform for it. So, okay, so the this article, know your herd, know your customer. Okay, so I'm going to just make my thumbnail. There we go. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. I wanted to go through all of this with you so that you have an idea on how to do everything. Know your customer. There we go. So we've got it. Know your herd, know your customer. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to move this up here and I'm going to change the picture because I'm going to put my own picture in here. So I'm going to upload my own headshot. Find the one I want. You can tell I've I've been doing a few articles. I use Canva for just about everything. It's awesome. And I don't know if I'm looking for a particular picture. I don't know if it's on here. After all these pictures I've got, there we go. Well, I don't want two pictures, I just want one. And we're going to edit the background. I'm going to use background remover. There we go. See how that was so easy? You can use Canva for free for quite a while, but I've been using it for a few years now, and I find that I need to use it for more things and be able to have the capability of doing some different kinds of editing. So there we are. Um, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I'm going to see if I can get the whole thing in here. There we go, LinkedIn, and put a space, and we'll just shrink it down. We'll make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. There, awesome. So we're going to make this just a little bit smaller. It's fun using this program. Okay, so now I'm going to add some text because I always add my website. So there we are. Oops, got two of them. I'm going to get rid of one. So I always add my website onto the bottom of all of my thumbnails that I create on Canva. And as long as they're not active, that you click on them and they take you to Canva, you can use them on LinkedIn on these pictures, right? So that works good. So I'm going to change it to the color I want. My color is hot pink. The reason I chose that is because I took a course on online marketing. Oh, right shortly after I was laid off my last job. And one of the things I learned on this course was the fact that hot pink sells. And the speaker that was speaking said that the stats that they've been doing in the United States have shown or demonstrated that hot pink sells. So if it's a guy and you have hot pink in your tie, or if it's a gal and you have a hot pink pin or something hot pink, it 60% more sales are made when you wear something that's hot pink. Yeah. So when I was developing, that was right about the time I was developing my business. And I realized that I needed to brand myself. And so you have to choose colors, right? Or you get to choose colors. So I chose hot pink as my main color. So now I'm going to go back here because I want to pull up my logo. There we go. There's my logo. Now I had this logo made for me back before I ever knew about Canva or any of that kind of any programs that would develop that you could develop a logo with, right? And I hired a student, a university student, and paid him $50 to design my logo. I said, I just want to have two M's together and have them hooked into each other somehow. So that's what he came up with. And I've loved it. It's always been my favorite thing. So there's my thumbnail. So let's save the thumbnail now. So when you have to click on share and click on download and download again. And I'm going to save it in my June 2025 file. I'm just going to put it under Know Your Herd. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my LinkedIn profile where we're working on the article. Where is the article here? There we go. So we're going to upload that thumbnail from the computer. There we are. Open. And then we're going to click next. Okay, so this little caption down here, I always put my what do you call it? It's not my website that I put there. You could put your website there if you wanted to. LinkedIn wouldn't mind that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over into ChatGPT. I'm going to copy the title, right click, copy. I'm going to go back into LinkedIn. Well, I'm going to get rid of this one because I keep clicking on the wrong thing here. And I'm going to paste in the title. There we go. And then I'm going to go back and copy the body from ChatGPT. I was born and raised on a ranch in southern Alberta, guys. Yeah. So I use a lot of ranch terminology in some of my posts. And I trained ChatGPT to how to write with a bit of a ranching flavor. So you can train ChatGPT to do whatever you want to do, however you want it to look, right? So I'm going to go here. Let's see. Oops, should put a capital there. Okay. So these two, I'm going to take the italics off there. I don't want that. Turn that off. There we go. So here's where it gets interesting. So I'm going to close down my Canva so I don't have so many windows open here. And I'm going to open up another LinkedIn page. And I'm going to get into my articles that have been published already because I'm going to save myself some time. I don't want to have to reconnect all the links. So I'm going to go in to my Me button on this profile. I'm going to go to Posts and Activity. You see that? Posts and Activity. You go into Posts and Activity, and then you go on to the More button, click on that, and you go to Articles, click on Articles. And so I just take the most recent one that I used, and then you edit article, click on Edit Article so that you can copy the links at the bottom, because I add these links to the bottom of every article that I write on LinkedIn. So there's a link attached to each one of these. Come on, get down here. There we go. I better do this again. Ah, there we go. Let's go from the top down. That might work better. No, it doesn't want to. There, maybe we'll get it this time. Oh, what's it doing here? Oh, it just pasted it all in again. Okay, I'm going to copy. So what I'm going to do is going to go over into my article that I'm writing right now, and I'm going to paste all these links in here. I'll paste those in. Voila. So you see, we've got all the links already attached. I've got hashtags down here. I usually cut them down. So let's see. LinkedIn for Business. Ranch to Riches. I don't think I'll use that. So I usually only have 5 max. And let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So we need to get rid of 2. Get rid of this one. And we've got 6 up there now. So let's get rid of this one. There we go. So I've got 5 hashtags. So I always add hashtags at the bottom of each of my articles. So let's go through this article, make sure that there's no mistakes. Because one time I did an article on ChatGPT, and I wanted to do it. That was one of my network marketing things that I was trying, and it was all about a fuel additive. And so I was asking ChatGPT to write an article about this fuel additive, and I gave it a few tips. And what ChatGPT came back with was how I should take one before my workout. It's totally, it was meant to be used for fuel, right? Not for people. Anyway, So that's, you have to be careful and to read through everything that you ask ChatGPT to write for you. So you knew which cow was expecting, which one was acting off, and which one had wandered too far. You didn't guess, you knew because your livelihood depended on it. You couldn't afford to overlook the signs or misunderstand the needs of your animals. Fast forward to business today, and the rule still stands, just with a different herd. Business rule number one, know your customer. If you don't know who they are, what keeps them up at night, or what they truly need, you'll waste precious time and energy, and your message will fall flat. When I first started my online business journey at 61, tech challenged and laid off, I had to figure out who I was meant to serve, and I realized something powerful. I wasn't the only one starting over. I wasn't the only one staring down a fixed income. I wasn't the only one tired of trading time for dollars. So I created a system just 2 hours a day to help others like me, empty nesters, seniors, and late bloomers, find their herd online, connect with their perfect customers, and build a business that pays them 24/7. And the moment I aligned my message with the right people, everything changed. If you're still guessing who your customer is, it's time to stop. If you're tired of doing all the things and seeing no results, there's a better way. Your first step, know your customer. I can help. Send me a message that says ready, and I'll show you how to build a thriving business that works, even if you're starting late, starting over, or feel like you've been left behind. Because when you know your herd, you don't chase, you lead, cheering your success. And then there's all my links. I think that's pretty good. This ChatGPT memorizes and they know you really well. I don't have to tell it very many tips or give it very much information anymore because it just comes right out with beautiful things like this. Isn't that cool? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, if you're still guessing who your customer is, I've got to find a short blurb that I can save. I wasn't the only one starting over. Oh, I think I'll use this paragraph right here. Both of these here, I think. So I'll copy this. And so I'm going to paste this in a Word document, a blank Word document, so that I have it all stored in one location because I'm going to show you how to repurpose this article now. Once you publish the article on LinkedIn, that's not everything. You have to repurpose that article. Okay. I need to open up a different page because we're going to start with a blank document. There we go. So I'm going to paste this in here. So there's the blurb that we're going to use in our post when we start repurposing our articles. So I'm going to go back in here and now I've copied those links out of this one, right? So there we go. I gotta make sure I leave everything. Who? I messed this one up. There we go, I think. I think we got it. Okay, so I'm going to take I'm just going to grab some hashtags here. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'll say this. So I'm going to click update and I'll just leave that as it is. I can't believe I left all those hashtags in there. but I don't have time today to go and take them out. So I'm going to copy these hashtags that I've got in this article here. There we awesome. So we'll copy all these hashtags and put them in that document as well. And you'll see as we do this, how important it is to have this separate document because you have to start adding all these different things. And then you're going to be able to copy them and paste them in a special way. So let's see. So I'm going to go back into my article. Where's my article? There. So I'm going to click next. We've got pretty much everything set up, so no typos. Know your herd, know your customer, LinkedIn article. Okay, we got that. So hit the next button. So now this is where you need to copy that blurb that you saved in your Word document. Yeah, because everything disappears as you walk through the steps of publishing your article. So I'm going to copy this blurb again. I'm going to go back into where my article is. There we go. So I'm going to paste that in. And I need the hashtags as well. So I'm going to go get the hashtags. There we are. Copying the hashtags. And back over here. Pasting the hashtags in. And now watch here. This is where you're going to put in the URL to this article. So now you have to click Publish. So you can schedule this to publish for later. So you can schedule it to go out later. But I usually publish my articles on either Tuesday or Wednesday. So here we are on Wednesday. Click Publish. Now look what happens. Okay. So this was just published. So it's come into my profile. And people are going to be able to see it. So what I need to get from this now is I need to get the link. There we go. I just got to make sure that I got this. So this link is quite long. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to open up a new window because I want to make sure that the link works, right? So I'm going to post that link in here and I'll just hit enter and see if it brings up my article. Yay! Everything works. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I'm going to take that link and add that in here. So we're going to paste that link in here. Now what LinkedIn does is LinkedIn will shorten this link automatically when you start publishing it in or making posts in all the different groups. So now I'm going to copy this whole thing with the link and everything, the link and the hashtags. I think it doesn't want me to copy it here. There we go. Copy. So I've copied that whole blurb. Now watch what happens. I'm going to go back into LinkedIn and oops. And I'm going to go into my groups. So these are my groups, okay? And we'll just start at the top of the list. and open it up. And you see here where it says you can start a public post. You click in there and watch this. You paste in all your link and your blurb and everything. And look what happens. It automatically uploads your new thumbnail with it. So there you are. You've got your post ready to go. So you click post. And now it gives you a note. LinkedIn lets you know that you've got this post started and it's been posted here in this group. But while you're here, you don't just post. You want to go and check out other people's posts and like a few posts. I usually do about 3 to 6, depends on how much time I have. So this one, I'll click like. It's not really something I'd be interested in, but some of them I will make a comment on. Breaking news, brand new members are crushing it. So this is a network marketing thing. So I'm going to give him a congratulations. And let's see, we'll do one more. Most powerful all-in-one suite that builds, runs, and grows any business on complete autopilot. Well, that sounds interesting. So I'll click like. And I don't think I'll say anything on that one. So then you just hit the back arrow up here in the top left corner and you go to the next group. So this group now is going to be a little bit different. This is my group, right? So you can do things differently. Oh, there's a request to join. So I'm going to accept the request to join. I usually approve pretty much everybody that comes in. Go back into my digital consumer marketing and I'm going to click on publish the post. So I'm going to put the same thing in here that I just put in the last group and click post. So here's what you can do that's different. See where it says pin this post? Every time I put a new article, publish a new article, I pin it to the top. So you click pin and you replace, because this is replacing this post. This is the post that I posted last week, right? So then there's these 3 dots. You see these 3 dots? Click on those 3 dots and then you can recommend this post. So I usually recommend the post that I did the previous week and confirm, and it gets sent out to all the members of the group to make sure everybody gets to see the post, right? And then you can do up to 3 posts that you recommend. So this person is looking to connect your software with Shopee API. And if you recommend a post, it gets shown to everybody in the group, right? So I'm going to recommend this post. So it gets shown to everybody in the group. So I'll get to do one more because I can do 3. There's Shopify, Amazon. Okay, let's click on this one. This one's a bit of a different one. Oh no, here's Christy. Oh, that one, that is over. Okay. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots again, and I'm going to recommend this post. So that's my 3 recommendations of posts that get to doubly sent out to everybody in this group, right? So let's go on, hit the back arrow, and we'll go on to the next group. And we're finished with digital consumer marketing. Now we're going to go to this multi-level marketing group, MLM, post, Control V, and I'm going to post this article in here. There you go. But it's not my group, right? So I can't pin it and I can't recommend it to the group at all. You can only do that with groups that are your own groups. So that's just a little word of caution. So let's see, what's Mike Granger got? Remote work available. Finance office looking for people with high character. Okay, I'll like his post. And let's see, Drew, invite only a special Zoom. Show you how to discover a business opportunity like no other. We'll click like. And we'll do one more. He was in the other one. Okay. So you get my drift, right? On how to repurpose your posts. Now here's how you take it a step further from this. So you not only go and post that article as a post in all of the groups, and then while you're in each of those groups, you go and like at least three articles in there and comment on some of them if you can. But then you take that same post. Now it's saved in your mouse, right? So you can take that same post and you can go and post it in some other places. So let's go post it in Pinterest. There we go. And there's my Pinterest. And we're going to create pin. Here we are. And I'm going to upload this. Now this time we have to do it separately. So there's where so you see how that thumbnail works? It works pretty much on all the social media platforms. Yeah. And it's awesome. So you don't have to create a whole bunch of different shaped ones. So you want the title, know your herd, know your customer. And so then we can put that detailed description in here. And we're going to take this link out of here. There we go. I'm going to cut the link out and put the link down here. And the description we've got there is there. And choose a board. You have to choose which board we want to post on. So let's go to my marketing mantras. The marketing mantras, there we go. So now we're going to use the hashtags. Copy and paste. There we go. So we can add more products in here if we want, but I've pretty much got everything the way I want it. And I can just click on publish and publish this to go out. Now, just a minute, let me check here. You can publish at a later date. So you can publish today. And you can also publish at another day. So you have to go in and redo it each time you want it to go out at a later date. So what I usually do through all my social media. So today is the 18th of June. And if I publish this article then in all my social media for the 18th of July, and then again for the 18th of August, because you can go out as far as 3 months to pre-schedule your post to go out. You will catch the people that weren't connected to you today because they will then have a chance to see it when it comes out again in July, right? When it's published again in July or posted. And the same with your connections between July and August. Plus, people check their social media at different times of day. So when I pre-schedule these posts to go out, they're going to go out on the same day, but it becomes automatically a different day of the week. So the 18th is a Wednesday this month. Next month, the 18th is the Friday, right? And the next month, the 18th is a Monday. So you reach different audiences because people tend to check their social media at different days, on different days at different times. Plus, you can choose a different time of day. You can choose whatever time you want to have your posts pre-scheduled to go out. So I'm going to click on this publish at a later date. And so we'll go 7/18. Oh, here's June. Let's go to July. Oh, so with Pinterest, they're different. So it's going to go out on the 17th, and we'll go let it go out at 2 p.m. And let's see, more options. Allow people to comment. Always have that turned on. Show similar products. No, I don't want to see showing similar products. Describe your pin's visual details. There we go. I put a little bit of a blurb there. So I'm going to schedule this to go out, and it's going to go out on the 17th, I think it said. Yeah, the 17th of July. So I'm going to click schedule. So I can go in and I can, oh, it's not wanting to send. What did we miss here? There we go. Schedule. There we go. It's in the middle of scheduling. Yeah, so it's scheduled for July 17th. So that post is going to come out again on July 17th. Now after we get off here, I'll go in and set it to go out today. In fact, I'll do that right now. Choose file, open. And we'll get the description. So when you post it in other social media platforms, it is a little bit different. So what I do with X when I post on X is I run this blurb through X because you're only, I think it's 145 characters you're allowed on X. So I get chat to rewrite it to fit 145 characters. And then that way, there we go. There's the blurb. Now get the link. Got to go back and get the link. Copy. There we go. The link is there. The board is there. Now we'll get all the tagged topics. I want to get the ones that I've got here. Okay. There we go. And we're going to leave not publish at a later date. Let's see what it says in the more options here. We got to make sure. Allow people to comment, yes. Show similar products, no. And there we go. I changed that a little bit. So I'm just going to publish this right now. So it's going to go out right now. So we've got it going out today and in July. Right, I think it's on the 17th of July that it got scheduled to go out. So we've repurposed that post. Isn't that cool? So I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. I thought even though nobody showed up today, I am going to go ahead and do a recording and show you how to repurpose an article and publish an article on LinkedIn and the secrets of the groups. See you next week.